What's up, CATRP crew? There's a lot going on here. We just got a brand new toaster.
That's right,
it's shiny. That the Ferrari of toasters.
A Ferrari. I don't know what that means. If we change anything about it, are they gonna sue us?
Anyways, so we changed a lot in the barn. We have a collection to unbox and much more. I don't know what we're going to be able to get to. Alpal,
yes.
Show me what has changed.
All right, so the biggest change, as you can see here,
is we have space.
We have space. We got rid of these tables. Boys, I'm going to apologize. These tables are going to come back up because we have like 50 grand worth of collections coming in tomorrow and Friday.
So stay tuned for those videos.
Stay tuned for those videos. But the biggest change in our process is our Amazon sorting. This idea was given to us by Alex from Retro Game Rescue in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was thinking of Minneapolis.
The greatest video game store I've never been to.
There you go.
The greatest one I've never been
Take
to
that,
as well.
Rick.
Appreciate you, Alex. But you know, Matt is our systems and processes manager. That's not the title that he was given, but the title he gave himself.
I'm pretty sure it still says Council's Concierge.
It
That is
might.
not accurate.
But I'm going to let Matt explain exactly what the process is.
So Alex hit us up and was like, not Alpal. Alex hit us up and was like, hey, I think you guys are overdoing it on the front end.
I agree.
And it's been something that's been on my mind for a while. He was like, you guys are organizing way too much. It's taking too long. And I said, I agree. What do you guys do? Because he has a game store. And a lot of his processes are similar to ours. He said basically they alphabetize things in batches and then they organize after in big batches. That's the simplified version of it.
So we have like A, B, a bunch of C's because of Call of Duty, D, all the way on down. And there's a few other random areas that are like, you know, down here. Those are our top 5 games.
Top Wii, Lego games because they were easy to identify with the red square. We have Just Dances because we have a ton of different ones. And then Guitar Hero and Rock Band is down at the bottom over there. But we're basically just loosely alphabetizing, like you'll see A, B here. Because there's not enough games with B. Let's start with B. Same with E and just others.
Like
wow,
IJK are all together, sorry. That's been extra nice.
Yep.
And then we moved S's.
Yeah, S's take up a lot. There's a lot of words that start with S. There's Sonic, there's Star Wars, there's Super, there's Shrek.
And then we kept cartridges over here, plus GameCube. That's the most GameCube we've really ever had.
GameCube's basically a cartridge, so no. We were actually talking about this today. Alex was screaming at me about why GameCube isn't included with the other games, and I said, look, I don't know. It's not included because it's not that big of a section, and in my mind, we have to separate them out anyways when we're cleaning discs because the discs clean differently because they have to have adapters and whatever. And we're already separating those out, so it's easy to just like take them and put them on the shelf and organize from there. I don't think it really matters either way, but it would just take up a little bit. Like doesn't seem like a lot because it's only 2 shelves, but that's 2 shelves that we don't have on the front side. And GameCube's easily recognizable with the yellow and black, and to me it just makes sense to exclude it.
We could have 6 shelves of Xbox 360, but we're never gonna have that much GameCube mixed in, so that's why on that. But that also changed how we organize things on the front end, so bring us over there.
This is where Alpal kind of decided things, because I'm not on this side of processing.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. He's alphabetizing kind of based off of our system over there, but over here.
Essentially, this is just a rough cut right now because Matt has ordered tape that we're going to tape off everything. And it's going to be exactly what's over there. And the reason that can be so great is it's so great. You can just take the stack of D's or whatever
And just throw them on the shelf.
Throw them on the shelf rather than someone has to take this and sort each one. It's just quicker because you don't have to sit there and sort little by little. And the process when we pair the dupes is so much easier now. Like I can already see.
Like we're about to list on Amazon.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull a title for me.
Like I can see on the D's, or like Call of Duty Black Ops for 360. Like I know I can easily pull
You
these.
can just go down the line and pull them.
And it looks like we already did it.
I did that for these just because the one flaw in this system is we can't really go double deep on these
It
shelves.
does take away the double deep.
But for titles that we have a ton of, we can. And that's always the goal, right?
Yeah.
And the idea is if we go above 3 shelves, it needs to be split into like subcategories. That's why the S's are split into console, because imagine going through an entire shelf looking for stuff. So in my mind, it's like 3 seems pretty manageable, going down the line here all the way to here. Won't take long, but
But it also tells us things like, hey, we've had 3 of these now for 2 weeks. We should probably just send them off and not wait for 5.
It's easier to see all that on a shelf when there's tons of different consoles. The cover arts look a lot different versus like a whole shelf of Wii. It's hard to distinguish. Like, I'm not going to forget this game. When I see the crew next week, I'm going to be like, all right, let's get that out of here. Versus if it was a stack of PS4, it's going to be harder to see. So the process of pairing dupes and taking out singles to go over there is much easier.
the nice thing about pairing dupes this way with the consoles mixed in is they're already color coded. Thanks Sony and Nintendo and Xbox for just color coding your
Making it
games
easier
for us.
for us.
Like, you can tell the difference between Black Ops 2 on PS3 versus PS4.
This is probably the worst example because there's so many Call of Duties. But I mean, if you look at the A's, like obviously Batman Arkham Origins looks so much different.
Some of these are
Then-
already pretty well organized.
Yeah,
but-
pretty obvious. Like, you can see how much easier it is to sort dupes because they stick out more. And we still might miss some, but it overall makes the process a lot simpler.
Hey, we're trying something new. We gotta
Yeah.
change, we gotta innovate.
And we're not necessarily going out of our way to organize the dupes. Like, when we go to the shelf, it's more on the when we're listing, we're just going to pull them. But if we see them when we're doing it, when it's easy, which big stuff like this,
Yeah,
like
I
heavy
did
dupes
this morning.
are going to be like, okay, maybe we should take the time, just real quick, grab as many as we can.
Well, and arguably, this would make sense to list at any point if we needed the space.
Right.
Because I don't want to double deep 3 shelves of C. It's like, hey, Matt, you're already working on a batch here. Can you just throw in those to free up some room?
We continue to put things in our systems that follow the batch method. What we weren't doing that followed the batch method was we bring over a stack of like 4 of these and sort them every single time rather than just waiting until there's 30 of them and sort them all at once.
Right when they're about to be
Right
listed.
when they're so it's the batch model where you're doing a task longer and you can focus more versus doing a bunch of different tasks for 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. So the organization over here is obviously, it's going to look similar to the shelves over there. Where it falls into play is like dealing with the stuff that's not Amazonable
Kind
or
of the junk over
categories.
here, or it's like RF adapters, like expansion packs.
like now we have bins down here of our loose cartridges. Like I've been playing around, like should we have like mounts under the table for these or what we should do with those. And we're also trying to figure out what to do with our case swaps because we've made them more efficient because we keep 360 together, Wii together to make the swapping more efficient. But now this is kind of our solution right now. As Nolan is sorting, or as he's replacing, he's trying to sort by letter.
I don't know if we'll keep doing this. 'cause
This is the only problem that our solution created. Yeah. Like, it fixed a lot of problems, but it created this one.
Overall, it's far more efficient
It
now
is.
than it was before. So it's a win, but it's like we know improvement can be made here.
in my opinion, it doesn't make, just thinking through this, seeing it in practice, it doesn't make much sense to me to have its own shelf when this can just be moved onto the stacks. It's going to have to go from here to there anyways. It doesn't change if it goes from there to there.
I agree.
That's my thinking currently.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to grab 2 stacks of A's. This is
Yeah,
a nice little holding
another
place
thought of
for
mine
now.
was instead of having to come around, like this is always a mess. It shouldn't be, which is really funny because this has always been a problem in our business.
Yeah.
Well,
This is supposed to be a shipping station.
Yeah, like this table should ideally be empty at all times. It could house the games temporarily while you're.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
If you want to do a loose, organization, but
Now, if you bring in the house temporarily, that's the thought process
Yeah.
behind
Well,
these
I'm
consoles.
talking as temporary as the games are on the shelf. Like they shouldn't be
Okay.
there long.
Yeah, I agree. That is the one process
in my
right now.
opinion, if we're replacing a stack of games and they're like this, just build up your stack and then one by one organize them on there because it is no different than if they're being taken out of a
Which-
package or a shipment. And
It
being
is
placed
easier
one by one
to-
anyways.
put them over here than over here because it's smaller distances of organization over here. Everything's closer together, and then when it's a big stack, it's put. We're thinking live time here. Something I realized over here when you were talking about it is the S's aren't organized how
I
we
did
are
think
going to
about
organize
that,
them.
but I don't know.
So I
I don't
think
know if we
that's-
have room for that.
I think that's where the end will come into play.
So for S's, that is, we didn't talk about this. S's are the one console that we actually organize by console. So, and then we have handhelds.
I don't
down
know
there.
what it is about the letter, but there's just so many words that have S in them. So there's so many games that have S.
Matt, you said it yourself. Star Wars, Sonic, Shrek.
That's everything.
That's
super.
I mean,
Sorry.
Super.
Yeah. Because when everything's super,
I mean, super isn't even.
No one will be.
I mean, the majority of what's on here isn't even super. So
No, I mean, we have lots of Shreks.
there's a lot of Sonic.
The
Simpsons.
There's supers.
Simpsons.
There's- There actually are a lot of
Something
supers right here.
Something else. We're ignoring the word the.
Yeah.
We're also ignoring Hasbro and other
and Disney.
Yeah. If you guys can think as you see this system, we love if you can give us any ideas on how we can improve it. Little things here. We're always trying to make it better. We're not tied. We weren't certain that this was going to work, but we knew it wasn't going to make our system worse. So we're like, let's just try it. And I personally like it. I think it's more efficient.
And if you're just starting your business or you're looking to refine your business beyond just systems and processes, we've just launched the Reseller Room podcast, baby. That's right. Go subscribe over there. We got a couple videos that are live now. Dan and Chase have been putting a ton of work into it, and it's really, really good. Let us know what you guys want to see in the future over there. Anyways,
I've been putting these on N because it simplifies the S's a little bit.
And
Because it's new
and it's
super.
new.
Yeah.
Typically, my mental default is what are we going to list it as? Like when I look at this, arguably Star Wars Battlefront could be B, but I will always type it in as Star Wars Battlefront because Battlefront, when we're searching it to list, will just populate way too many things. So
In my mind as well, it's like, what do I say it as?
yeah, I don't say Disney Enchanted Princess. I say
I do.
Disney Enchanted Princess.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, this one example, it's SpongeBob SquarePants Lights Camera Pants. I would put this in T because of THQ.
Exactly. So now that you guys fully understand.
Just kidding.
This is literally what happens all day long.
Do you know what else happens all day long? Us using XYAB. We've got all their stuff. We're always using it. We've got Switch power adapters. We've got Genesis cables. We've got NES. These are 3DS chargers. NES.
Well, we have those
Yeah.
too.
Check out our links in the description for discounts at XYAB.
And now we'll open up a part of this collection because I don't want to do the whole thing. But for starters, you think these boxes would have games in them, but they're just packing material to build a box. And now that you've seen this collection, you've seen the entire collection. This is
is it just-
literally a collection of about 3,000 games like this.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I mean,
So if you guys wonder if we buy whole collections, yes, we do. We always do. We always will. We are always buying, and we're never going to stop buying. Even if it's going to kill us, we're going to figure it out. No, that is seriously actually a topic that we have been discussing as a business because we are getting so much, but we are trying very hard to not slow down our buying because we realize how powerful that engine is that we've created. So we're trying to partner more. We're trying to move things faster. We're trying to do whatever, make our processes more efficient because we know that's our most powerful asset is our buying power. So we're doing everything we can. And collections like this definitely make it harder, but there are avenues where we can sell this pretty quickly, so we're gonna figure that out. But
Wait, now for the best addition I've added to the station over here. You know it.
I asked Matt to do this today because my water bottle is always hanging over here, and I'm not even using it. But Matt created for me a little water bottle, Matt. This is more of a joke, but anyways, I will use it. But also, to the crew, if anyone's interested, I now have my whole Lord of the Rings collection here in the barn.
people have wanted to see.
Do we show them now?
Yes.
All right, so I actually can fit my whole collection right here in my desk space. So where do we start? Where do we start?
this thing is pretty
Oh, I didn't want to start with that thing. This is glorious. So, shout out to American Bash. He hooked me up with this deal. And I think it's the most expensive thing in my collection, but it's glorious. This is from Shadow of War. I am actually playing this currently on my Steam Deck. Love the game. So that's cool. It doesn't have the outer box, but it's literally like, I had the styrofoam thing up there. It's like literally like this big.
It's huge.
It's huge. This I actually won.
Thank you.
Chase After the Right Price. I won. I beat Chase in a game.
They got Chase.
So I got that. And
Didn't
then
that like triple in value after you won it too?
yeah, it's gone up a ton. So thank you to all you who have sent me a gift, because a lot of this you see here is a gift. All 3 of these are cassette player tape holders. I want to get like a Lord of the Rings cassette player just so I can play those. And then this is really cool. This is D&D, but Lord of the Rings. Mojave Ronan got it for me. He actually came to the barn.
This is very...
It's
very
very
fancy.
cool. It's very cool. I really want to get into playing it. It's just...
We can play sometime.
Yeah. And then all this stuff. Most of this was given to me.
Oh, Dumbledore.
Yeah, shout out to Super KMX. He's actually the one who gave me all 3 of these plates. And then this, I was really mad. This was almost sold on Whatnot. I was like, oh, demo disc, not for resale. Baby, I gotta have that.
I like the stand.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
that.
now to the games.
So if you don't know, I'm collecting every print run in every region of every Lord of the Rings game ever made. So I have a lot of games to go.
It's a big task.
It is a big task. I'm also collecting them sealed as well.
You are?
Yes. So sealed, all region codes, all different versions and print runs.
Share my favorite game you have here.
Yes.
It's not a game, but it's the CD disc card thing. It's a squared CD. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah. I had my computer read it yesterday. It's so old, Microsoft can't really.
It's pretty
Wow.
old. Like for instance,
Family.
Shadow of War. 2 games are the same, but the different print runs, different UPCs. And then
It is a different code on the spine, right?
Yeah, it is. And then this one has a controller overlay that I didn't know existed.
You know you need a controller now to put it on. Or a duplicate.
You're right. I do need a controller to put it on.
But yeah, you've got quite the collection.
Yeah, I am thankful that most Lord of the Rings games are pretty cheap.
Yeah, if you guys want to send me alien stuff, that's also pretty cheap. Don't look into it too much. Just send away.
Yes, Sky Guy collects Alien vs. Predator. Matt collects God of War.
And Shrek.
And Shrek.
Primarily God of
But
War.
primarily God of War. Nolan collects wrestling games.
Decision.
He's made his decision.
Mortal Kombat stuff.
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat stuff. Okay, so Mortal Kombat stuff is what he's collecting.
All the
You-
pinball machines. Every single one.
All right, anyways, you know what Chase is collecting. And then David likes Metroid.
Anything Metroid.
Anything Metroid is
Or
what he
Donkey
likes. But that's my little collection. I only started building it like, I don't know, 6 months ago.
Isn't there stuff on the shelf?
Oh yeah, there's all this stuff down here that we have that I don't have that I have yet to pay Chase for. So it's technically not part of my collection yet. So once I pay for it, I will put it over here.
So with that fun little brain break, back to some upgrades that we're doing or have in the process. A couple videos ago, we talked about doing an update on the Whatnot room, and we've made some good progress, and then we took some strides backwards. This table is now just kind of a show table for a bunch of stuff that we're gonna sell. It's not its full purpose, but you guys are gonna like what's here. I don't think we've shown this on video yet. We have a
So-
massive auction that is going to be happening. Oh my gosh, probably like today. The time you're seeing this video, like within the next couple days or something. I forget when this is coming out. Massive Whatnot show.
Hopefully this didn't come out after.
Yeah, that'd be a shame. But massive Whatnot show.
And this is
I'm
just
gonna,
a little bit of
I'm gonna
what
make
we're
sure
gonna
this comes out on time.
Yes.
Massive Whatnot show all day. I keep saying that. It's gonna be big. Huge. Anyways, what we're going to do for the Whatnot setup is have a new top-down camera over here. So there's actually nothing that exists that meets the exact use case we need. This is a little top-down camera thing, but we actually need like a giant stand that can slide. Fun fact, that doesn't exist. A top-down, if you know that it exists, let me know. It's just top-down things where you have like hard camera just screwed in. You can't really shift it around. There's
You
no
want something
slider
on a
that exists.
track or
Yeah,
a
there's
slider.
a slider. They don't make them that can be inverted without spending like $1,000 on different mounts and stupid stuff like that. So Matt's gonna build one, and we're gonna buy the bones for it, and that'll come in soon.
Found the
We'll be
bones.
good there.
I found the track.
And he has a 3D printer for the organs.
Mhm.
So
What else
And-
is around here?
It will be a Frankenstein.
yes, but it's gonna be super nice. But that'll allow us to do like top down on Whatnot, show off really big things, and slide a camera back and forth. Then
Now,
we
if
have
you
this
turn
room.
around,
This is the game state of the game room in the podcast area. It's going great,
Spit
but
on me.
I'm so sorry. But The podcast is officially launched. I think we're doing episodes weekly for the time being.
What else is going on in here?
Well, I've got candy, and that's pretty sweet. You want to know what else is sweet? Tell them, Sky Guy.
The podcast. That's right. This is the current state of the podcast setup. We have videos coming out weekly currently. Wednesdays over on the Reseller Room channel. Go subscribe to that. Watch the videos there if you're interested in a business podcast. It's been super fun. I'm going to get this all cleaned up so we can film more.